So I asked you the question about last week's session and whether it was helpful for you. And I'm talking down because Michelle does. So I'm not talking down to you, Michelle. I'm talking so you below here. So last week we did YinYasa. So that was a bit of heat building, and then in between it was a bit of yin, and your views on that. So your experience.
I was very pleased with last week's session. I personally love the deep poses, being able to sit in a pose for a good amount of time for you to get the real benefit of building the stamina for it, and also for actually building your strength.
Yes.
So I found last week's session really good. Yeah. And also at the end, I was very relaxed.
Yeah. So for the first time, when I say it's very relaxing now, you understand what relaxing really means. It's so relaxing when you hold that pose. It's so relaxing.
Absolutely.
Let me just move this to the center. So we're going to, if you are happy, we can do the same as last week, but obviously different poses. Today we did. I like to change things up. So today I'll introduce different poses. The one new pose that I introduced last week was rabbit pose, and remember I put the strap behind just so that you can obviously get some more space. The strap actually does help. Does help with bridging the gap between the part that you want to grab and.
Just switching between me and you.
Okay. So for those of you online, while Michelle's getting a life together, so this is a strap, and today I'm going to have 2 blocks available, and just in case we need to use some blocks, because we're doing a yin style flow, we will be using some props, so the straps and the blocks. Now, the singing bowl is my timer, as I explained last week, so we'll use the timer. How did you find the playing on the singing bowl? How did you find the singing bowl? How did you find the?
Oh, I love that.
You love it.
I love that. I was just concerned that you don't get to rest.
No. You have no idea how relaxing it is to me, because I feel the vibrations straight into my body. So I was equally relaxed. So don't you worry about me. In the evening, I've got a lovely. So this is the common types that you will get in stores here. Now, obviously, this is a bit thick. I've got a very nice one at home that's quite big. And because of its size, it gives you a deeper sound. So this one gives you a bit more of a higher pitch sound. The other one gives you a bit of a more deeper sound. So when I play it, then the sound is a bit more deeper, and I find that even more relaxing. We'll do a bit of that a bit later. So the props we'll use today is, as I mentioned, the blocks, and then we have the strap. So what I have here is, if you can maybe just set your strap up. So I'm just going to move it closer, just straighten this thing up. Okay. So turn it in there, and then you pull it through. Okay, so are you watching me? So
yeah.
So you pull it through the rings. Okay, and then until you got both. Yeah. So until you have like just a bit of space here. Okay, so bring it all the way in, and then what you must do is just straighten it out, and then put it. What I like to do is I like to then put it through in between the rings. You see it, and then
put it through there.
yeah, and then what it does is you can actually now control it. So now you can control. So you can control it. You see here. So now I can control it.
Yeah.
And then I can pull it on this side. Let me just, my rings are all getting all confused with each other. And then I can control it. So if I want to put it onto my foot, then I just push it like that. And then if I want to release it, I just pull it and then it releases. There we go, like that. And then you can just release it, and then instead of doing this, you now you have a bit of a loop. And then you can just put it there, and then you can just like,
yeah.
So, okay, so you'll have your ring set up. Yeah. I hope that whoever's watching online followed that, but maybe I need to do a ring, a strap setup demonstration. But what you need to do is it needs to be something like this. So it's all looped in, and then if you want to adjust it, you just pull the one side and it closes. Maybe some practice in setting up your strap. Okay, so, and this also ensures that you don't hurt yourself with the rings, that you have a nice bit of comfort when you loop it around your foot. So that is the strap. We are going to set it aside for the time being. Right. So the same as last week, we are going to use the singing bowl as a timer. We're going to do a bit of a warm-up, and then we are going to hold the yin pose for a period of time. So my strap. Okay, so let's get into a comfortable position, tabletop cat and cow. Cat and cow. So, all right, so you just get comfortable in a tabletop position. So I'm gonna wipe up my mat. Yeah, so something clean. Get comfortable on our mats. And let's start off with a cat and a cow. And a cat and cow. In and out. In and out. All right, let's just hold that cow for a bit and just rock our body back and forth. And in our cow, just hold and just rock our body back and forth. Okay, neutral spine. So I just want us to build some heat up. And let's do it easy, a very easy way to build our heat up. So we're going to do a downward facing dog and high plank, downward facing dog, high plank. Let's do it a few times. All right, so let's set up for downward facing dog. Okay, let's walk the dog. And just get comfortable in your downward facing dog. Straight arms. Your legs don't need to be straight. Even if it's bent or bent as much as I have here, it doesn't matter. Just as long as your hips are facing the sky. You can always straighten your legs as you get a bit more space in your hamstrings. Let's transition to a high plank. And breathe in and breathe out through your nose in high plank and back to downward facing dog. Breathe in high plank, and downward facing dog. Breathe in through your high plank and downward facing dog. Yeah, drop your knees to the ground and sit on your shins. Okay. How does it feel like for you? Does it feel uncomfortable to sit on your shins?
No, it actually feels, so in the beginning it felt very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It actually feels more comfortable now.
It does get better. All of these challenges gets better with practice. That's why, so we had a conversation about beginner, advanced, and you made a comment, oh, there you go again, beginner, advanced.
Yeah.
And that's prompted me to change my view on it. And I posted a video about this other yoga teacher. So he has people coming and going in his class. So I'm going to be talking in between, Michelle. So he comes and goes because what they're focusing on is the aesthetics of the yoga poses and how to get into that perfect, beautiful pose. But that's not the intention of it. The intention of yoga is to really try to get your body, to connect your body with your mind. It's a term that I came across. It's called Namarupa. So I'm rocking from side to side. I'm just just releasing it. Bit of tension here. That's called Namarupa. Mind, the connection between the mind and the body, and that's what yoga is. So it's not about beautiful poses. It's absolutely not about it. It's about quieting the mind. And in Yin Yoga, we are going to hold these poses. We're going to hold these poses for a specific period of time. And in that period of time, it will only be you, the pose, and your mind. And for some people, it's a struggle. My mind is a bit too noisy. Yeah. Someone told me this morning, I can't do meditation because my mind is too noisy. And I said, well, if you start 5 minutes and make it 10 minutes, and then it becomes 15 minutes and 30 minutes and an hour. And if you become really good at it, you can even meditate for a few hours. There are people that can do that. So, yeah. So it's, for me personally, Yin Yoga has helped to set me up for meditation because of that little gaps where you're holding the pose. Okay. Yes. So let's get into our first pose. Our first Yin pose. And our first Yin pose is puppy pose. Okay, you know puppy pose. So get onto your all fours, your knees hip distance apart. Get yourself comfortable. And we're going to hold this pose for about 2 minutes. And for some people, 2 minutes may be too long, for others it will be too short. So let's get yourself comfortable in puppy pose and we'll start the pose now. Okay, proceed to puppy pose. So while you're holding the pose, I'm going to maybe talk a bit. So the wonderful thing about yin yoga, or the practice of yin yoga, so So with the practice of yin yoga, when you're holding the pose for a specific period of time, and then you can hold it in silence, or you will be holding it in silence, and many thoughts will come up to your mind. Either the pose is comfortable or uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable, try to breathe through the discomfort. Okay, slowly take a deep breath in. Release the pose and slide your body forward. We are going to assume the next yin pose, which is Sphinx pose. What I would like you to do is use your prop, so grab your block and place the block underneath on your chest wherever it's comfortable. Now, no, anatomically we are different, so try to place it wherever it's comfortable. For me, it's just below the chest, slightly below the chest, at an angle, and holding the pose in that position. If it feels more comfortable, you can even assume seal pose and hold it in seal pose, but I'll be kind to myself today. I'll just hold it in a supported Sphinx pose. And we'll hold this pose for 2 minutes. Remember, in yin yoga, while you're holding the pose, keep your eyes closed and breathe in and out, feeling the sensations in your body as you're holding the pose. If you identify any tension in your body, send a message to that part of the body to release any tension that you may have. Take a deep breath in and release the pose. Back into tabletop position. Place our blocks to the side and we'll do a few rounds of cat and cow. Take a deep breath in and out. Oh, my apologies, cat. Just feeling the stretch in your spine. Breathe in, cow, breathe out, cat. Breathe in, cow, and breathe out, cat. And just alternate between your cat and your cow. Okay. In neutral spine, let's just sit on our heels, cross our legs at the back, and assume a seated position. Okay, so we've done 2 yin poses on our hands and knees, or the second one was mostly also on our elbows. The next few poses we will be doing is a seated yin pose. Okay, so butterfly pose. Place the soles of our feet together. Okay, just flap our butterfly for a few seconds, straighten our back. So there's 2 versions that we can assume. The one is a forward fold version of butterfly pose. You can do it with a prop, so you can place your block onto your feet and you can rest your forehead onto the block. You can also dangle your head. You don't need to have a straight back. If your spine curves, that's perfectly fine. And we're going to hold this pose very, very easily. You may not be able to get your head all the way. Take a deep breath in and assume the pose. Take a deep breath in and slowly release the pose. Let's rock from side to side while still maintaining butterfly pose. The next pose that I would like you to get into is the pose that I always forget. The name of the pose. And last week we mentioned that pose and I remembered it in the weekend. Now I forgot completely. I don't know why it just doesn't want to stick the name of this pose. So I'm just going to explain to you how to get into the pose and then hopefully I'll remember what the pose is. Okay, so let's straighten our legs and then just tap our feet. Okay, So what I would like you to do is, for those of you that are watching that are men, we just need to do a bit of an anatomical adjustment because certain things get in the way. So, so let's bring our right foot as close as possible to the bottom of our glute. Let's move it over to the left hand, to the left hand side of our leg, just slightly above the knee. And then what I would like you to do is take your left hand, grab your foot, and slide it back so that your right knee is slightly above your left knee. Shoelace pose. That's the name of the pose. There's it. I knew it will come to me. Then what I want you to do is I want you to grab your left foot and just pull it, or pull it by your shin towards your right hand side, and you're in a lovely little tangle here. Okay, so you can sit up in this pose and hold it for the entire duration of us maintaining this pose, or you can do a forward fold variation. That's entirely up to you, whichever is more comfortable for you. Okay, so shoelace pose on the one side, and we'll start now. Take a deep breath in and assume the pose. Take a deep breath in. And if you're in a forward folded version of the pose, raise your body up slowly. Okay. And let's untangle this knot that we have ourselves in. So let's straighten slowly our left leg and our right leg. Bring that right foot over to the right hand side and straighten that right leg. Let's just step our legs on the mat and proceed to the opposite side. So I don't blame you if you fall asleep, because this entire sequence will actually make you so relaxed that you want to fall asleep afterwards. So let's proceed to the opposite side. Okay, so left foot, leg bent, left foot towards your glute, cross it over your right hand side. Your foot is slightly above your right knee. Bring that right foot back so that your left knee is above your right knee, and then grab your right shin and cross it over towards the back. Okay. You have the option of forward fold or up straight. Take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and assume the pose. Take a deep breath in. If you're in a forward fold version of the pose, slowly raise your body up straight. Release the pose or the knot, as I call it. Bring your legs next to each other, slowly tapping. Take a deep breath in and out. So far, how do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel relaxed? I feel relaxed. To be honest with you, I could actually take a nap right here. Okay. So,
I'm feeling good.
you're feeling good. Okay, this is where we're going to get our straps in. So, there's various options that you can use. So, if you want to, you can put the loop around your feet rather, and you can bring it in, and we're going to do a straight-legged forward fold. So you can do a straight-legged forward fold. So, which I don't think we've done a lot of. So you can use the prop, and you can bring your body forward. You don't need to have your feet completely straight. If you want, you can even put your blocks underneath your knees just to bring some more comfort, or place it anywhere underneath your legs where it's most comfortable. Because essentially what you need to do is you need to feel a stretch on your hamstrings. Right. You can use your strap to pull your body forward. Because we're holding it in a yin version, you don't need to have your back straight. I'm not going to use the strap. I'm not going to use the blocks. You can have a curve in your back. That's perfectly fine. If your head dangles, that's also perfectly fine. What you will realize is the longer you hold the pose, the more your body will start to relax, and you'll start to feel your body start to deepen into the pose. So if anything, yin yoga has actually helped me to become a bit more flexible than what I was. So it helped me with other types of in yoga practices. Okay, we're going to also hold this pose for 2 minutes. Okay, so are you ready? Set yourself up. Let's start. Take a deep breath in and slowly raise your arms to the sky. Relax your hands next to the sides of your body. Keeping your eyes closed, take a deep breath in and out. Another breath in and out. Last breath in and out. Slowly move your body or your legs to the edges of your mat. Raise your arms to the sky and drop your body down to the back of the mat onto your back. For these poses, these next poses, I'm going to use the strap. So let's get our straps ready. If you have the level of flexibility, you can do it without the strap, but I'm going to use a strap for these poses. So there's only 2 poses, one on each side. And then the last pose we'll do is child's pose. So let me just demonstrate this pose. So to give yourself a bit more space, it's it's raised leg pose, or a version of waterfall pose. And then I'm just going to loop my strap in, keep this leg bent, and we're just going to hold the pose. This one. Okay, are you ready? You ready to say go, Michelle? Perfect. So you have your, there we, perfect. Get yourself comfortable in the pose. And let's start now. Take a deep breath in and hold in the pose. What I would like you to do is straighten. So keep your strap in your foot. So still hold in the pose. What I would like you to do is straighten your left leg and then grab the strap with your left hand. And what I would like you to do is I would like you to bring your right leg over on your opposite side. So if you can try to get that leg onto the floor, relax your right hand to the side and then just gaze over your right hand, your right shoulder. Okay. I'm already in the pose, so I'm not going to ring the bell or tap the bell. So I'll just give you a verbal cue to release the pose. We'll start holding the pose now. Take a deep breath in. Slowly release the pose. Bring your, your feet up straight. If you have the strap, take the strap out. Straighten our body, position ourselves, straighten that leg. Take a deep breath in and out. Okay, how are you doing, Michelle? Are you still good?
I'm still good.
Still good. Let's do the opposite side. Okay. You thought we were finished. Are you enjoying the line? We haven't done a lying spinal twist yet. This is the first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever we did on the one side, we're doing on the opposite side. So loop, you're strapped in. Bend your right leg. Straighten, grab your... So what I would suggest is grab the strap with your left hand because you're going to need your right hand. Strengthen your right hand to keep it when we proceed to the twist on the right hand side. So what I like to do is like to hold the leg up, holding the strap with my left hand, and then just resting my right hand wherever it's comfortable. For me, it's on my chest. And then when we're done, I'm going to grab my right hand and pull left leg towards the right hand side. Okay, with my right leg straight. Okay, so let's get comfortable in the pose. I'm going to tap the bowl and we'll start now. So while you're holding the pose, observe your body and just observe parts of your body that you are tensing up. It could be the jaw, it could be parts of your hips, it could be your stomach, it could be your shoulders. Just try to relax those parts of your body. Take a deep breath in. Let's grab the strap with our right hand, straighten our right leg, and just swing that left leg over to the right hand side with a gentle lying spinal twist. Our left hand towards our left hand side, shifting our gaze to our left hand side, and let's hold the pose for 2 minutes. Take a deep breath in. Let's slowly release the twist. Take the strap out. Straighten our left leg, still lying on our back. And this brings us to the end of our practice. Let's get comfortable into our Shavasana. Yes, can you believe it? Time has gone by. We're almost 15 minutes in. Can you believe it? So let's get comfortable for Shavasana. And I'm going to play the bowl. What the sound is like on this one. So get yourself comfortable in Shavasana. I may alternate between the two bowls. Let's see how it goes. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in and out. Second breath in and out. Last breath in and out. And then slowly release our last pose, which is Shavasana. And lying into your fetal position, or you can raise yourself up into a seated position. And that brings us to the end of our practice. So how do you feel, Michelle? Do you feel relaxed, or do you still feel a bit tense? You what? You feel very relaxed. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Ready to start my next session.
So I'm going to conclude the practice. Thank you so much. And then you'll be in contact with me if we do another online next week, or if we're going to do it in person. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.